今回はとても気になる英語を紹介したいと思います。気になるというよりは、こんな英語もあるんだなと毎回不思議に思ってます。結論から言いますと、こんな文章ですね。I'm gonna get me one of them new iPhones. 気づきましたか？その me の部分ですね。すごく気になります。I'm gonna get me one. でもこれは会話で、実際の会話でよく耳にします。あとは SNS とか映画とか、あとは洋楽でもよく登場しますね。アメリカ英語のスラングです。文法的にはちょっと許せない気持ちにはなりますが、今回はしょうがないですね。新しいスラングではなく、昔からある話し方なので、自分の小さい頃からふざけてね、アメリカ人のモノマネをするときに、今でも結構使ってますね。例えば、Bob というキャラクターが知らないうちに言ってるんですね。I'm gonna get me one of them there onigiris. So let's break down one of the less talked about slang sentence structures that I see being used all over the place. Let's take a closer look at the structure I'm talking about. I'm gonna get me a hot dog. In standard English, we wouldn't use the me part because you're talking about yourself. It's kind of redundant. In regular English, we would just say, I'm going to get a hot dog. Now, the reason that this sounds so incorrect to my ears is this. Grammatically speaking, the word that we should be using is myself, as in, I'm going to get myself a hot dog. Let's compare. I'm going to get me a hot dog. I'm going to get myself a hot dog. I'm going to get a hot dog for myself. It sounds messy and childish to me. The language has been dumbed down. But what can I say? That's the way a lot of people speak in some parts of the USA. It's completely normal. I'm not being judgy, as even in the UK, we have similar cases like that too. It is what it is. Let's take a look at another. I want to have me a good night's sleep. Again, we're seeing the addition of the unnecessary me. In regular English, it would just be, I want to have a good night's sleep. Or if you want to add some extra clarity, I want to have myself a good night's sleep. Here's a key point. If you're asking another person to do something for you, then it's completely fine to say, get me a newspaper, buy me a coffee, bring me my glasses. I just wanted to clear that point up, as some of you may have been wondering. We're having us a wonderful time here in Japan. We made it all the way to Kyoto. It's beautiful. Oh boy, but it's hot. Oh, I'm from Texas and I thought I was used to the heat, but boy, oh boy, this is something else. I'm gonna have me one of them there dinky little ice creams. Hey, Barbara Jane, what do you call these? Yeah, that's right, Papico. I'm gonna have me one of these here Papicos. So, who uses this kind of language? The first thing that springs to mind is rednecks. What's a redneck? It's a colloquial and somewhat derogatory term for stereotypical rural white people, especially from the southern states. So we say redneck because it's used for people who work outdoors, like farmers whose necks have been in the sun all day. For the most part, the word redneck is a negative expression. They're perceived as being uneducated, working class, and to have very traditional views. Of course, redneck can be used in a positive way, as some people are very proud of their redneck or folksy roots. It all depends on the context. A lot of actors are well known for playing redneck characters. Matthew McConaughey in Mud, Billy Bob Thornton in Sling Blade, or Tom Hanks in Forrest Gump. But just to be safe, be careful about using the word redneck. It must be said though that things like, I'm gonna get me a hot dog, it's not only used by rednecks, it's used by many different types of people. The reason people do use it or speak like this is because it gives a very kind of a friendly tone, a more kind of a homely feel to the way someone is talking. Basically, it sounds kind of nice. There are so many souvenirs that I've got me since I've been in Japan. Oh yeah, I got me one of them there yukatas, which I'm gonna use as a bathrobe when I get back home. Oh, I got me one of them lucky cat figurines for my office. And one more thing, I got me a replica samurai sword. Yes sir, that baby's going up in the wall of my living room. Oh, tomorrow we're gonna go to Mount Fuji. I got me some new beach sandals for the climb. It says in the guidebook that we should get some hiking boots. Oh, I don't need them. I got me some beach sandals. I've got a Drymon t-shirt. I'm all set. It's just a little old mountain. Here are 5 examples of how this kind of structure is used. I'm thinking of getting me some new threads for the summer. Time to upgrade my wardrobe. So you can see in this one we're using time to get me some new threads. So new threads is just a slang expression for talking about getting some new clothes. And if you want to upgrade your wardrobe, it basically means to get a whole new set of clothes. Now you'll see in this sentence also, when there's an ing, I didn't add on the G because it sounds even more slang and maybe it fits in with the whole atmosphere that we're trying to create here. So in the example sentences, if there's an ing, it'll stop on the in and there's a little apostrophe at the top. That is another slang way of speaking. I want to throw me a big old barbecue for the 4th of July with all the fixings and some ice cold beers. So if you have something with all the fixings, it means you want to have the whole thing. So a typical American barbecue is not just hot dogs and burgers. What else do you have? All the fixings means some coleslaw, maybe some corn, some potato salad, you know, all the other things which go to make the whole meal experience. All the fixings. I bought me one of them there burgers yesterday. It was damn good eating. So there's another interesting way of talking there. We can say something like them there or that there. So instead of just saying like that or this, I find a lot of people in this kind of way of talking use them there or that there. It seems completely redundant and unnecessary, but it sounds folksy, it sounds very friendly, and I don't know, I personally like the sound of it. Them there. I'm having me a vacation down in the Florida Keys, kicking back and soaking up the sun. So the Florida Keys is the southernmost point of the USA, down at the very southernmost tip of Florida. It's an amazing place. I've been there. Now to kick back means to relax. And to soak up the sun is basically to lie in the sun and get a suntan. There's a really good song by Sheryl Crow from 2002, and the title of the song is Soak Up the Sun. I'll leave a link down in the description box for you to watch it later, after this video's finished, yeah? I'd better grab me some of those drinks while I'm out. We're running low on the good stuff. So if you run low on something, it means you need to buy some more. You're running low. You can also run low on things like gasoline or milk, or you can even run low on energy or money. The other interesting word there was the good stuff. So a lot of people use the good stuff like for their favorite, like a really good quality drink, especially alcohol, but you can also use it for other things too. Time for a quick review. Remember to take a screenshot. It's homework time. So if you made it this far in the video, you must be having a good time. So remember to subscribe to the channel. Do me a solid. So today we're going to talk about Bob, the American tourist who came to Japan. And I want you to try and answer this question. What are the 3 souvenirs that Bob said he bought in Japan? Okay, so he bought 3 of them. Write them down in the comments below and I'll check your answers as soon as I have some free time. Okay, best of luck.